That's it. Go on down, son. It is nice and cool right now. It feels pretty good. Rambling Ted here. I've been gone for a little bit, and as you can see, barefaced. Decided to get rid of the beard. It was bugging me. It's hot, and it was making me look old. Now I just look like an old grandma instead of an old grandpa. So I don't know what I gained, but man, I'm sorry I haven't been around for a little while. If you're an explosion, that's people setting off fireworks. There's going to be a fireworks show tonight at the park right across the street from my house that I'll probably head over to. Um, about a week ago, in fact, exactly a week ago, last Saturday, I started to make a video downtown at the Blues Fest, and I've got no footage hardly because about 45 minutes into it, some friends of mine that are subscribers to the channel stopped me, and we were talking. And while we were talking, I was standing directly in the sun. Now, 3 or 4 years ago, I played a show, and that show was extremely hot, and I ended up with mild heat exhaustion. Well, actually, not mild. I ended up with some extreme heat exhaustion that day. And while I was standing there talking to these friends of mine, all of a sudden I felt very ill and lightheaded, and like I was going to pass out. So I made it over to a friend of mine has a restaurant, bar type place. It's right near where I was because I knew I couldn't make it back to my car. And got over there, and she got some cold water in me, and I called my stepdaughter, and my ex-girlfriend had to come pick me up, and they let me stay at their house for a little while to get myself cooled off. And finally came home, stopped and got some Gatorade, and I was just majorly dehydrated, and I literally felt like I had the worst hangover in the world for 4 days. It was Thursday before I was able to even do anything. And got to be careful out there. It's hot. It is very hot. And I think gonna have to come to a couple of realizations about who I am and where I am in my life right now. Man, you want to go back in? Excuse the mess. There are cables and stuff all over the ground. I've been recording with my friend Phoebe today. We've been working on some stuff, so pretty good time. I made my closet into a vocal booth. I'll show it to you here in a second. Yeah, the uncomfortable truth for me is that I can't ignore the fact anymore that I am now 59 years old, almost 60 years old. I can't do the things I used to do. I can't get out in the heat as much. I can't just run and go and nonstop and until I pass out. So, it makes me a little worried because I had some plans for what I want to do with my life, and I'm not sure if I can do those. I'm not sure if I have the ability at this stage in my life to be that person that I want to be. And you come to the realization, and you start to think that maybe I waited too long to start to try and do what I want to do. And that scares the living crap out of me, to be honest. It's scary. I thought I would be able to do more at this age than I'm able to do right now. And so I've got a doctor's appointment this week. I'm gonna get a good checkup going and probably try and make some serious lifestyle changes. I hardly ever drink beer anymore. Maybe one day a week I'll have a couple of beers. So that's never been a real problem for me. At one time I drank a lot, but it was by choice. It wasn't because I had to. I just thought that was the cure-all for everything. But so I don't really drink anymore. I've cut out junk food. I rarely eat junk food. Although today I went and got Long John Silver's because every once in a while I just have to have the Long John Silver's. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's because after my father passed away when I was at 14 years old, my mom discovered that she could feed us kids pretty cheap at Long John Silver's. But every once in a while, I get a hankering, man, and I have to have it. Just gotta have it. Yeah, if you look over there, that's my recording station right on my TV, and I ran these cables across here, like this. And let me turn this light on. It's a mess. It's a mess right now. We were recording, and there's made a vocal booth in my closet, which where's the headphones down there? But it works. It worked great. Phoebe was able to cut some really good vocal tracks, so it's always fun to pretend I'm a rock star. So yeah, that's the uncomfortable truth. Um, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of rethinking on my life, and it might just be one of those deals where during this time of year, when it's this hot, I just can't go out in the heat of the day and make videos. So maybe early in the morning, um, or in the evening. It is so nice out right now, and this park is right across the street from my apartments, and they're having I'm having a day with hair getting all in my face. Anyway, this park is having a thing tonight, and they're going to shoot off some fireworks, and I'll probably go over there. Won't be really making a video of it because nobody wants to see a video of fireworks. Just go see some fireworks. So many people, like on Snapchat, man, they put up videos of fireworks for and we're talking 20 minutes of fireworks. Just go do it. Go see it. Go to a concert, go to fireworks, live in the moment, in that moment. Okay. And this is coming from somebody who documents a pretty good portion of his life, honestly. But I don't document going to a concert. Live in the moment. Leave the phone in your pocket and just enjoy it. Have fun. Watch the people on stage with your eyes, not with a tiny screen. It's amazing, amazing how in the moment you will feel, and you'll have the memories, man. And you know what the great thing about memories are? The memories are sometimes better than the actual event, but your phone video is worse than the actual event, and that's how you'll remember it. Just never forget that. The memories of concerts. I saw Prince, and I'll tell you what, best concert I've ever seen, hands down, hands down. And I'm so glad I wasn't videoing that concert because the memories of it are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. Yeah. So live in the moment. And I'll tell you, my friend Phoebe, who I was just talking about a while ago, she put up something earlier, and it was a mashup of her doing a song, and it was "Bye Bye Miss American Pie" and oh no, I want to say "America the Beautiful," but I could be wrong. But anyway, she was concerned that those two songs are two sides, of a viewpoint, and she was worried people would think she was unpatriotic. And I'll tell you, being patriotic is not always agreeing with the way America's going, and it's not always agreeing with waving the flag. Sometimes the most patriotic people I've ever seen are people who are not flag wavers and people who went against what people thought was patriotic. Does that make sense? The most patriotic and American thing you can do is question things. Think about it. We're a country that was founded by founding fathers who were tired of the status quo and questioned things and fought and argued and went against the grain. That's what Americans do. This whole thing where you have to, and I'm very patriotic. I love our country, but questioning things doesn't mean that you don't love your country. I love America. I consider myself lucky to have been born here. I do think we're the greatest country in the world. No offense to Canada. Love some of my Canadian friends, and maybe I'll go up there and maybe I'll see different. I don't know, but I know America, and I know this is a great place. and today's the 4th of July, and I just want to honor this country. But sometimes honoring America can look a little different than you think it does. You know, people sometimes have to question the status quo, and just because somebody doesn't wave the flag and sing "God Bless America" all the time, and you know, go lockstep in line with what the government's doing, does not make them unpatriotic. In fact, sometimes they're more patriotic. Walking into walking in line and not questioning anything ever, to me, that's not American. That to me is what other countries do. So anyway, I'm not going to say which side of the political spectrum I ride on, because I don't ride on a side. I'm a uh, I don't know. I'm an American. I don't know. I don't pick sides. I think politics has become like team sports. You know, each side is so concerned with their side winning that they don't realize that we all lose when that happens. So anyway, it's the 4th of July. Um, bless America. We're we need it. We need to come together. You know, and hopefully before I leave this rock, I will see us once again come together as a country, one nation. And I won't say indivisible, because we're divided, and we'll always be divided in some way. But you know, your neighbors aren't as bad sometimes as you think they are. I uh, I love a lot of people, and a lot of people that I love see things far different than I do. But I'll fight. I'll fight to the very end for their right to express their differing opinion. Going through and saying that um, people can't have a differing opinion, or trying to crush a differing opinion down and trying to silence people, that's not American. That's not what we are. So you can disagree with me all you want to, and I will fight to the very end for your right to disagree with me, because that's what makes our country great. So anyway, there's my soapbox for the week. This is really the best video I could do. Um, I really couldn't get outside. I'm really not handling the heat well. So, but right now, when I was just out there on my deck, I realized it's about 74 degrees and not very humid, and it's a beautiful night to go see some fireworks. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I will catch you guys next video. All right. Be good to each other, no matter which political spectrum you exist on. Arguing about politics isn't worth it. It's not. Gets you nowhere. How about instead of arguing, we try to come together and figure out how to solve the problems. But then again, I'm not in politics, so I don't know. It costs nothing to be nice, people. Happy 4th of July. I will see you out there on the not so hot days. Bye.